but just something I keep seeing, man. Prayer time, getting in the Word, and a constant pattern, even from the Bible itself, and then even what I'm seeing in my life. Just around, in multiple different situations. It's not one that I can just point out. Is God versus man. Specifically, right now, I want to talk about man's side. Okay, man, or the fall in general started with man and knowledge, knowing. You know what I mean? So, when it comes to this, mankind always has to know, and that's the problem. It's a simple statement. So why? Why does mankind have to know everything in and out? Honestly, if we're better off not knowing, bro. We're better off not knowing. When mankind knows something, problems happen repeatedly. Repeatedly, man thinks they know something. Israel in the Bible, they thought they knew something. They were around these other nations. They getting these idols and these other ideas for spirituality and so on and so forth that they don't even realize other men have created it. And they think they know that they found something better, and they don't. They don't know. They've convinced themselves that they know, and they don't know. The thing about my God, Jehovah Jireh, Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? But one true almighty God, the most high God, there is no one who created him. There's no man who made him up. People, oh, the Bible was written by man. Great. It doesn't matter, bro. Nobody made our God. None of those men who wrote the Bible created the idea of that God. God is simply himself. And the Bible is pretty much a showcase of him revealing himself to mankind over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. And mankind being disobedient and being redeemed over and over and over and over again until the one big redemption, which is Jesus Christ. That's pretty much how it goes the entire time. That's a simple gist. You get the picture. But mankind has to have this idea or knowledge that they know it all, that they got it all in the bag, and they're pretty much at the pinnacle. They're at the top of everything. They got it all figured out. They don't need no help. And they're going to do it the way they know to do it. And that's pretty much it. So it's literally God versus man, bro. The knowledge of man versus God. Man is setting themselves on pedestals, whether it be spirituality, power in general, status, which also goes into power, and then obviously knowledge, numbers, code, technology, things that mankind have created. Why do we create? We're made from the original creator, which is why we're going to create. It's in us. It's in us. The issue is God is not a worshiper of man. And that's where the collision is going to happen. God is not a worshiper of man. So when it comes to that point where man thinks that they know enough, or, is at that level of knowledge to where they're supposed to be worshiped, which has already happened, but there's an even bigger point. It's going to collide. God does not worship man. And man was not made to worship man. Not this flesh. No. We worship God in spirit and truth. We're created to do so. The thing is, we've confused that void of not knowing God, being separated from him, and we filled it with what we've created, things we created, the images of gold, golden calves and all this other stuff, that the Bible talks about, and even that you see in life, man, the chakras and the astrological signs and all that stuff, man, that's filling the void with what you believe yourself is the overall truth. You can go your way, but there's a collision coming, and it's going to be man versus God. We know the result of the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a surprise. Man can't be God, you know? Like, anyways, I'm not even gonna get into all that. You get my point. Mankind is trying to set itself on a pedestal built by its own knowledge. Take a look around at any point in time. Take a look around. You tell me where any man on this planet is fit to stand all truths, all values, all morals, everything that we live by and that we live for on the knowledge of any man on this earth, and tell me you cool with that. There's no way. There's no way. You get the point, man. That's just something that's been, it's been eating at me, and it's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get ugly. Yeah, man can't continue to go on worshiping themselves. Literally, just finding other forms of a thing, calling it a god, naming it a god, treating it as a god. That all falls back to self, to man. You made that. We didn't make our God. So it doesn't, when we worship him, I'm not worshiping myself because I didn't make him. The things that I make, if I worship that, who created it? Me. So that worship goes to the creator, me. But I didn't make him. The Bible was written by man. Cool. The Bible did not create God either. God made the Bible. It's his word. You see what I'm saying? He's the author. He's the author. Come on, man. Like, it's crazy that people are convincing themselves that something is a God or is of a higher power, and they made that thing. Who would God be to worship us? We're made to worship him. God don't worship man. He don't worship man. And man's trying to set himself up as God. It's going to be a collision. Yeah, man. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment.